Yo guys, it's slyroh. You already know that today I'm bringing you guys my battle for Week 8 of the TBU. This week we're taking on Sheer Force, aka Trevor, and his Long Island Golducks, and this is the last battle of the season. Such a bittersweet moment because I am kind of happy that it's over, but it's really sad because I want to keep playing Pokemon because it is the game I love. But yeah, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this intro. I'm going to spend more time on the outro because this video is going to be a little bit longer. I'm going to, instead of making like a whole, season analysis recap video, I'm just going to give my general thoughts on the season and this team at the end of today's video, so you can stay tuned to watch that if you want. Otherwise, let's go ahead and just get into the battle. I uploaded the team analysis video either yesterday or a couple days ago, depending on when this goes up. You know how it goes, but I have myself a mostly defensive Palisand with speed to outspeed, 10 growth, Cryogonal that has leftovers. I also put Blizzard on Cryogonal instead of Ice Beam because Hail, which did show up as you can see, and because I had nothing to lose, so I might as well throw Blizzard on. But yeah, it still has the leftovers. Arcanine is defensive with a Sugar Berry, with Will-O-Wisp and Toxic. I have a Fist Plate Lucario that is a physical attacker but also has Vacuum Wave, and physically defensive Go-Go with speed to outspeed Golbat, and a specially defensive Clefable with Stealth Rocks and Soft Boiled and Moonblast and Knockoff. So that is my team. As you can see, the team that Trevor brought. Okay, so this is really confusing because we're not actually taking on Trev. We're taking on Trevor, you know, and you know, Sheer Force, whatever, which is completely confusing because when we did play Trev, we actually played LaQuisha. So people need to figure out what their names are because it's absolutely insane. But he brought the Garchomp because Garchomp's a scary Pokemon and I don't deal well with it with my team. Alolan Ninetales to set up the Hail, and Alolan Sandslash to completely wreck my team. A Golbat, which is very annoying because I don't have great ways to deal with it. Tangrowth, kind of a similar situation, and Victini. So this team is terrifying going into this match. Sharpedo was not brought, which means Gogoat is actually useless. The debut of Gogoat, wow. I was really hoping that it would be something special, and it still might be, but without a Sharpedo there, it's, I don't know when I'm going to switch it in, to be honest. And some other things that didn't come were like Beware and something else that's stupid. I don't remember. There's something else that didn't show up. Must not have been important enough. So, yeah. We are going to get into the battle. Okay, I'm going to try and do my best to remember everything that happened. This did happen a couple days ago, and I'm just going to try and talk fast and talk in advance so I can just remember everything that happened. So, expecting Garchomp lead, I go start off with Palisand because I figured he's going to want to get up Stealth Rocks and all that good stuff. And it was just a good lead, and Palisand did pretty much good against everything. Even if you start out with Victini, I could like do something. So he does lead off with the Garchomp and gets up his Stealth Rocks, and I go straight for the Hidden Power Ice. I'm glad I did because he has a Yachi Berry, and I'm able to pop that, which means I can take him out with a Hidden Power Ice later or with a Blizzard from Cryogonal at a later date. Either way, that was a very good good move for me because I almost went for just like an Earth Power or Sludge Bomb or something, but glad I broke that. So I think I just go for the safe Hidden Power Ice, not knowing what he was going to switch into. Sludge Bomb here would have been super fantastic, but come on now, I'm not that good at making plays. I go for the Earth Power, okay, because it was a nice neutral attack that hit most of his team. So it still does a really good chunk of damage, but I don't want to stay in here because Ice, Inhale, and Special Offense, that's like everything Palisand is like terrified of. So I'm going to get Palisand out of there because he doesn't need to be dealing with that right now. But what can deal with this right now is Clefable. It is specially defensive, and I will be able to take any hit from this, and I am going to be able to get a chance to get on my Stealth Rocks. And that is very, very important to me. So I believe I take this turn to get up my Stealth Rocks, which might be the first time I've done that this whole season, which is actually insane. So I go ahead and do that as he switches into the Victini, and I don't know what this Victini is right now. So that is very, very scary. I don't know what he's going to go for. I don't know what he's going to do. So I switch. He actually double switches. I forget what I switch into to take on the Victini. I think I switch into the Arcanine because Arcanine could heal up later and cannot get O-Code by any sort of Victini ever. It just doesn't happen. So he actually goes right into Sandslash as I go right into Arcanine, and I am very lucky that this switch worked out for me. because I could have tried switching into something else, but this is going to work. I get the Intimidate off right away. A Flare Blitz does a minimum of like 161% to this thing, so he's just going to get out of there, of course. And I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz, and behind the Aurora Veil, which I don't even know if I mentioned is up. It's like a light screen and a reflect all at once. It's super dumb, but it's very good. This Flare Blitz, just nothing. Just absolutely nothing. And he gets the rough skin off, and it's all that good stuff. So, I believe I switch into Palisand this time. Let me see if I am right about that. Yes, I do switch out into Palisand this time because I do have the safe switch. He's probably just going to go for the Earthquake, and I didn't want to use my Shuckleberry at that time, especially since I would need to heal up with Arcanine before I would keep like doing stuff. So it hits Palisand, doesn't do that much. I don't think this was an offensive Garchomp. It's hard to tell, but based on the plays, the damage that I did to him, the damage he did to me, I don't think it's like super offensive, but it is still very, very annoying. I believe I just go for the Hidden Power Ice just to be safe, and he switches into the Tangrowth, and oh no, I go for Shore Up. I'm sorry, told you I don't remember all the plays exactly, turn for turn for turn for turn, all that good stuff. I don't know what this Tangrowth is going to do to me, and I'm pretty scared, so I go ahead and I switch out into Arcanine. I know in my team builder I said Arcanine is only for the Sand Slash, but it kind of turns out that it's needed for more than that. But I get the Intimidate off, and as we can see, this Tangrowth is going to go for the Poison Jab, possibly expecting the Clefable to come in, or just be a nice neutral attack, and that does nothing. It does like 20 damage, and that's perfect, because I can get up a Morning Sun now. The Hail isn't up, I'm going to get a lot of health on this thing, and I'm very happy about that. So, what I'm going to do now is, like what I said I was going to do. I'm going to Morning Sun, but this Victini is out, and I still don't know what to switch into this Victini, but it is going to go for the Psychic because regardless, it still can't take me out unless it's Specs, and it is not Specs. So I used this turn to scout, and I went for the Morning Sun. But I am starting to get the feeling that he is choiced. It's just a hunch that I am beginning to have at this point in the game. So, going off of that hunch, I switch into Clefable because Scarfed Psychic is not going to 2-hit KO me, and that is basically what I want. So, as you can see, it does not take me out. I can tell, he's not Life Orb, he's not, anything like that. So, I'm thinking he's probably choiced, and all that good stuff. So he's going to switch out, and the thing that I wanted to have happen happens. I go straight for the knockoff, and I knock off the Golbat's Eviolite, and I'm so happy that I was able to do this because I needed that thing off if I wanted to have a good chance of taking this thing out. So now I need to figure out what I want to switch in to this thing. I figured he was either going to go for a Roost, he was either going to go for a like a Brave Bird maybe, or something. I wasn't quite sure. And I felt Lucario, or like a Toxic, and so I felt like Lucario was a good switch in. I thought he was either going to Roost or Toxic, but he actually hits me with the Super Fang, which is more obvious in hindsight than I kind of realized, but as long as Lucario has health, it's still useful to me in this match. So for me, not a big deal. I just go straight for the Ice Punch to see if I have a chance of taking it out, because I don't know if this is a physically defensive, specially defensive Golbat. I'm still not entirely sure, but I go for the Ice Punch, hit this Tangrowth, and that's not a 2-hit KO, so kind of unfortunate. It is what it is, so I'm going to have to switch out. I'm going to scout to see if he has like the Earthquake, and because I didn't want to use the Sugar Berry on Arcanine, I actually go into Cryogonal, which has probably my favorite nickname that I've ever come up with for anything, so I'm very happy that Coldclogger is going to get its debut. And I was actually going to use this turn to go for the Rapid Spin, but he actually kind of double switched on me, and because I think this is Scarfed, this is my chance to really test that theory. If he's Scarfed, he's going to go for the Blue Flare. He's going to, because I could possibly take him out if I'm faster, which normally I would be, but not going to do that. So I send out Go-Goat, Trainer's hating when I send it out, and it's already going to die. Whoops, Go-Goat making its great debut. Go, Go-Goat, I'm so happy. The best viewer pick of the whole season is dead, so whoops. I did that to scout because I didn't want to send straight into Arcanine with rocks up. If he did go for like a Psychic or something like that, it would not have been very good for me. So that is why I sacked the Go-Goat on that play. But he's still taking rocks damage as he comes in. He's going to have to switch out because him being choiced in a blue flare is not going to hurt Arcanine, and obviously because he switched out, I know for 100% fact that he is choice scarfed at this point. So yeah, unless he's blocking it really well, but I'm pretty sure. I was like 99.999. I was just playing the rest of the game as if he was scarfed. That's how it goes. I make a great play. He expected me to switch into Clefable, but I have my Sugar Berry, and I'm at full health. So an Earthquake would have done like 20-30%, and I burn this thing. So now this thing is not a threat. I have so many more switch-ins to this now. But now it's kind of a weird play, but I know I can't do much to him now. I just wanted to burn him because now I think he's going to go for an Earthquake. Now I can switch in to something else. So this is going to be very important because I don't burn my Sugar Berry this turn, which if he had went for the Earthquake, that would have eaten up my Sugar Berry. It still would have been burned, but it would come into play later in the match, and we'll get to that. But Palossand is such a safe switch-in right now that it is great. Palossand is a fantastic Pokemon. I will continue to say that forever and ever because it's great. And I don't remember what I do, but he switches out into Golbat. Cool, Golbat, and I believe I just went for the Hidden Power Ice. Is that right? Yeah, I'd go for the Hidden Power Ice, and unfortunately, Golbat is still bulky enough that it's low. Now, right now, I'm pretty sure he has Roost. I know he has Super Fang, which is a normal type move. He probably has Defog, and I don't know what else he has. So, I'm just going to hope that he doesn't have Toxic, and I'm going to bait him for the Roost and go for the Earth Power. He actually goes for Defog, which is okay. It gets rid of the Rocks on his side, but it also gets rid of the Rocks on my side. So, I will take that trade for now, especially since my Stealth Rocker is still in pretty good condition. I go for the Earth Power. It's not going to kill, but at this point, I feel like if he really, I don't know, I guess he needed the rocks really badly, but I thought that he might Toxic me if he really wanted Toxic on this thing. So I'm just going to keep going for Earth Powers. I will use all of my Earth Powers until he decides to Roost or switch out. He doesn't have great switch-ins to Earth Power outside of the Tangrowth, but yeah, so he Roosts, and I catch him on that, and I go for the Earth Power, and he is a dead Golbat. So out of all the Pokemon I brought to kill Golbat, Palossand is not the one that I thought was going to kill the Golbat. But Palossand picks up a kill, and I am very excited about that. So, yeah, first kill of the match, I believe. It took forever for me to take out something, but he is going to go back out into the Alolan Ninetales, which is unfortunate. I'm pretty sure he's just going to set up the Aurora Veil again, but, I mean, I don't want to set up, like, a Sludgeron or anything like that. But he actually double switches, and he switches into the Alolan Sandslash as I had switched into my Cryogonal, because Cryogonal can take on any attacks from the Alolan Ninetales and Rock Starting up, which means I don't need to worry about taking Rocks damage on the switch-in. So it was a pretty safe switch-in. I got some leftovers health, which is great, but I still only have one switch-in to this Alolan Sandslash, and that is Arcanine, because it cannot 2-hit KO me with anything that he has, especially since I have so much health and Rocks are not up. Perfect. I get the Intimidate off, and he goes for the Swords Dance, and I know that this is terrifying, but he, like I said, he cannot kill me with anything he has, and I can just go for the Flare Blitz, take him out easy. And then Trevor gives me a freaking heart attack because Z move, and I was just like, I don't know. I didn't calc a Z ground move at +1. What is it, Tectonic Rage or something like that? And I was just like, oh, please. I was like, do berries, like, still reduce it by that, like, much? Does, like, am I going to live this +1 Z move? I don't know. But Arcanine, of course you guys know, it's the best fire type of all time, and eats it up. And that Sugar Berry is really, I think, what helped come into play. I don't know. No, that reduces it by half, right? So there's no way I would have lived that if the Sugar Berry had been burned by the Garchomp earlier. So that ends up working out. However, since he had set up, I don't think he would have went out later. If he did kill Arcanine, I'd probably just go into Lucario and Vacuum Wave, and then we'd be in a pretty similar situation. But shout outs to Arcanine, man. Like, people will continue to doubt that Arcanine is the best, and eventually you guys will see that it is the best. Morning Sun isn't going to heal me up that much, and I wanted to save Arcanine to sack later, or potentially get a clean switch in on the Tangrowth and be able to Morning Sun up later in the match. But he's going to go for the Blizzard, show that he's not max offense, or max special attack, and I'm pretty sure by this damage, he has like 0 special attack investment. I think. I don't remember that 100%, but now he's going to set up the Aurora Veil, and this is going to lead into a pretty slow part of the match. I get my rocks back up because he can still get back into Victini. and also back into the Ninetales, and his Defogger is dead, so they're going to be up to stay. So right now, I just need to keep Clefable healthy because he actually is running out of ways to deal with it. So he is going to send out the Garchomp, which is interesting because when it's burned, it is not going to do anything. But I just go for the knockoff. Obviously, it's not going to do much. I was trying to knock off on like a Victini switch in, or even a Tangrowth switch in. So, but I don't know. I didn't think that the Garchomp was coming in on this, but I think he just wants to get up Stealth Rocks before he dies. That would be my guess, and that is exactly what he does. He goes for the Stealth Rock, and I'm just going to take him out with the Moonblast because that's a dead Garchomp, and then I don't need to worry about it. My Rapid Spinner is still alive in Cryogonal, so if I can still get a chance to Rapid Spin, then I can still have rocks off my side of the field and rocks still up on his side of the field. So that can now be like guaranteed, and Cryogonal can still come in on the Alolan Ninetales. Yeah, that's about it. So it's fine. But he's going to send out the Tangrowth, and now we are going to get into a very slow part of this game. I jumped the gun before. I thought the before part was the slow part. No, this is the slow part. Oh, am I jumping the gun again? Dang, I don't know. Well, okay, I went into Palisand because I thought he was just a physical attacker. And I didn't know what he was going to do, and he Giga Drains, and he gets a crit, which probably mattered, but at the same time, I switched into Palisand on a Tangrowth that went for Giga Drain. So, not a great play on my part. However, Palisand was sackable because Garchomp was dead, and Palisand can't really switch in on anything. I switch in to this thing here. Oh yeah, because rocks were still up, I couldn't get the clean switch into Arcanine. But now I can get a Rapid Spin off. I can scare him out because a Blizzard will take him out because I don't think he's max special defense. And I believe I get that Rapid Spin off. I do. So I just want you guys to take notes. I got Stealth Rocks up in this game, and I successfully Rapid Spun rocks away. So there is a such thing as improvement in Pokemon Draft League format, guys. Just know that. There is a such thing. I did it. I Rapid Spun. It's great. But now Victini's in, and I don't have great switch-ins. However, it is a special attacker, and Clefable may be able to deal with it. If this is timid, he cannot take me out. If it's modest, then it's a roll. I believe that's how it was. So he went for the blue flare. Looking at that, it doesn't look like he can take me out. And I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure if he was timid, then this could not have taken me out. And if it was modest, I'm pretty sure it might have been in my favor anyway. But I live on 9. And this is kind of where the slow part of the game goes, because I really can't let him take out Clefable, and as you can see, the Soft Boiled heals me up more than Blue Flare is taking me down. Obviously, he is choiced into that Blue Flare, and yeah, so he's going to keep going for that. If he gets a crit, he can take me out, and I really don't need that, so I'm just going to keep healing up because I can't risk that. If I go and take out this Victini and I'm left on a low amount of health, Ninetales can come in and take me out. Tangrowth can come in and... actually, Tangrowth can't come in and take me out. We'll actually get to that. But Ninetales could still come in and take me out. Also, the Aurora Veil is now off, which is a very good thing. So he goes for the Blue Flare, and I forget if I go for one more Soft Bullet or not. No, I go for the knockoff now because I'm at a decent amount of HP that I should be able to do that. And Clefable gets another kill, which is fantastic. It's going to take out the Victini. And so glad that we got out of here with Victini's only kill coming against a Go-Goat that I was sacking off anyway. So, glad that I was able to... I mean, Garchomp didn't get any kills against me. Victini got one kill that was just a sack. And this game is going really, really well in my favor. Now, I know he has the Poison Jab, but if he is more of a defensive Tangrowth, he's only going to be doing about 40% to me. And I do outspeed, so I will be able to go for the Soft Boiled and heal myself up. And that is exactly what I do. I don't really want to switch in anything. So yeah, you see I'm at 179, go for the Poison Jab, and I am at 99, so 80 damage. He poisoned me, but I'm Magic Guard, so it doesn't matter. So he's doing 80 points of damage, and this is where I just need to make sure that I'm out of a range of a crit Poison Jab killing me. And I believe... Okay, so first I go for the knockoff, which actually turns out being great because he had an Assault Vest. So the Cryogonal probably couldn't have killed him in hindsight where I was. And Moonblast from this is not going to be doing that much. So now that I've knocked off the Assault Vest, this thing is 100% going to die to a Blizzard from Cryogonal. And I can just really 1v1. And that's what I'm basically doing here, is I want to preserve as much differential as I can, and he really doesn't have a way to take out the Clefable anymore, so that is why I'm staying as healthy as I can. He went for the Earthquake, I'm assuming to try and catch me on a switch, probably into Lucario, because he's been going for so many poison jabs, and he wants to make sure that I don't take advantage of that, switch into Lucario. Unfortunately, Lucario wasn't, if it was more like a Life Orb set, then Ice Punch could probably be doing a lot more damage, but he's not at a range that Lucario can kill him anyway, and I can just keep 1v1ing him, and so that's why I just stay in with Clefable, and it does get a little annoying, but at the same time, it's what I have to do to win the game, and that's just all you have to do sometimes in Pokemon, is just play to win the game, and that is what we're going to do. So, he is actually going to end up switching out. I would have just 1v1'd him till the rest of eternity, and eventually taken him out, but he is going to switch into Ninetales, and as I go for the Moonblast, I think I went for the Moonblast, and no, I went for the Soft Blow. So I was still like 1v1ing him and all that good stuff. That was the goal. And now because he switched out into the Alolan Ninetales, this is actually a really good opportunity for me to switch out and end this game faster. I can 1v1 the Tangrowth and the Ninetales with Clefable, but it's going to take longer, and it won't let Cryogonal get 2 kills. So why would I do that when I can just end the game quicker and let Cryogonal have 2 kills in this debut? And that is exactly what is going to happen. This Ninetales comes in, sets up the Hail, which means Blizzard now has 100% accuracy. So there's that, but I can take out this thing with a Flash Cannon, which is what I'm going to do. This thing, it's alive now, and it's dead now. So perfectly perfect. And he only has Tangrowth, which obviously I outspeed. Blizzard is now 100% accurate. He doesn't have an Assault Vest anymore. So you tell me who wins this, and I'll give you a hint. It's not Tangrowth. It's not the Spaghetti Monster from wherever Tangrowth is from, but this Blizzard is going to connect and is just going to destroy this Tangrowth. Cryogonal is going to get 2 kills to end this game. Oh, it does not destroy. Sorry, it actually takes 2. Why does it take 2? That doesn't make sense. Blizzard should have done way more damage, but because on the calc it was telling me that it was going to do like 79, 90%. That's weird. I don't know why it did so little. That's a little weird. But either way, anticlimactic a little bit, but I do kill the Tangrowth with a second Blizzard. So maybe he must have been like specially defensive Assault Vest or something. But even still, that Blizzard should have done more. Unless I got a low roll or something. I don't know. But we win. This was a game we didn't need to even try at. Alright, so heading into this week, we didn't need to try. We didn't need to really even try to win. We didn't need to play. We didn't need to prep that hard, anything like that. But I decided that I was going to. I was going to prep as hard as I could. I'm going to play as hard as I can, and I'm going to try and win, because that is how I feel like games should be played. Trevor still had a shot at the playoffs if he beat me, and I don't want to roll over and just let somebody into the playoffs. If someone is going to go to the playoffs, they need to like deserve their spot. They need to earn their spot, and they need to win their way in. And I don't think that anybody should be handed spots for things like that. So I am of the attitude that any game that I play, I should be putting my 100% effort into, and that is what I did, and it ended up getting me a win. And I was very excited because Cryogonal got 2 kills in its debut. Clefable was able to get 2 kills without dying. And it was fantastic. Arcanine also picked up a kill and did not die. So I was very, very excited about this entire match, and I'm so glad that it played out the way it did, because it really was a clean game. There was like no hacks. I don't think a single crit happened at all. There was like nothing. It was really, really a clean match, which you don't see in Pokemon very much. So that's the game. We win 4-0, which is great, and I'm very happy that that happened. So, unfortunately, we did end Trevor's season, but, you know, there's always next season. At least I know I'm coming back. I don't know about however many other coaches are coming back, but obviously there will be another season and stuff like that. So, stay tuned to announcements and, like, updates for future seasons and whatnot. But to give my little recap about this season, it was definitely a roller coaster. Did not start off very good, and I don't know. I mean, I got a win against Cloud that I feel like I didn't deserve. I played very badly in a couple different games. My team really does not reflect the playstyle that I have. Landoi, fantastic Pokemon, would draft again. Palossand was fantastic, very underrated, and is a good physically defensive wall. As well as it can be underestimated with its special offense also, but it did get pegged into one role. I wish I would have used Cryogonal more. I feel like there's more that it can do for me. So a little upset that it took me this long to realize that it could actually be a pretty helpful Pokemon because it has a very good special defense stat. Arcanine is a fantastic Pokemon. Lucario is good, but it didn't fit this team. I had a hard time switching into Lucario pretty much ever, and because of that, it was really hard for me to get a clean switch into it, and I couldn't get the clean switches into it when I needed to. Lucario is a good sweeper, but I couldn't damage my opponents low enough to ever get a Lucario sweep going on. So I would definitely be up to try Lucario again, but it needs to be a team that has more switch initiative into it. So volt switching, U-turn, things like that. I don't know. It was kind of a miss for this team, but it is still a very good Pokemon. Clefable turned out to be a very good Pokemon, and it can do a lot of different things. So as weird as it is, I really didn't like my team overall, but I liked a lot of the Pokemon on it, and I feel like given a different team structure, some of them could have done a lot better. But obviously my prep was off at the beginning of the season, my play was off at parts of the season, and I really think that the 3-5 record that I earned this season does not accurately reflect the type of player that I am. And that is why, as we continue to move forward in the Gen 7 Pokemon Draft League meta, I definitely plan on getting better, and I think people will start to see that I am better than what this showed. So I just need to make sure that I draft a team that reflects my playstyle and my personality, instead of just trying to pick a bunch of good mons and thinking that it's going to work, because that's not how it works. I really think there is something to almost like the chemistry that you have as a player and the Pokemon that you have drafted. There really is something to that, and it isn't just like draft the best team and be the best player. Like, there's more to it, and yeah, next time the draft was, I don't know, next time I'm definitely going to draft a little better. That reflects me, and I do want to play better, and I am not going to take lightly the fact that I missed the playoffs this season, because it's the first time that I have missed them, and I don't like that. I want to keep playing in the playoffs. So next season, everybody's going to need to watch out, because I am going to be back for blood. But that is pretty much it. If there's any other questions or comments you have about this season, this would be the video to leave them in, because I'm not making a season recap video for this season. But as you know, I'm not in playoffs. This is pretty much it, and I do appreciate that everybody voted Gugu as my viewer pick, but it didn't do anything the whole season, so I am a little sorry about that. I will try to pick better options for viewer picks next time, and I think that covers everything. If I missed anything, like I said, go ahead and ask comments below, and I can always get back to you. But until then, I will see you guys whenever the next video may be. So until that time, guys, stay sly.